Hi, everyone. It's Diane Evans with stampingwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So if this is one of your first times joining me, welcome. Make sure that you are subscribed to my YouTube channel. Make sure you do that right down below here. And if you're joining me through Facebook, sometimes the streaming is a lot better through YouTube. So make sure that you're subscribed. You can actually just go to Stampin' with Diane YouTube channel and you can get subscribed that way. Also, if you're joining me through just a regular Facebook, make sure that you give StreamYard permission. Also, beware that I'm just giving you the heads up. This is all part of live, whether I go live on YouTube or I'm live on my Facebook. This is part of YouTube. I do say hello to everyone that joins, or I try to say hello to everyone that joins in, but also to answer their questions because they just may have questions that you want or you may ask yourself. In any event, welcome to my Now What series. I have to be honest with you, this one didn't quite turn out, or the idea wasn't working. So I'm still going to put it on the back burner of something that I'm doing, but I kind of just took a bit of a spin off from it. So hello, Kay. Hello, Pam. And hello, Mary. Awesome. All right. So let's jump on down to my desktop here. Just to remind you, I will be using this designer series paper tonight. Remember that designer series paper is 15% off for the month of June. So if you are liking any of the designer series paper, make sure that you get it. Well, you can still save 15% off, buy 3 packs from me. And I also will have a special tutorial just for you by purchasing the 3 packages. In any event, such a cute designer series paper. I like the black and the white with it. I love all of the little critters and everything else. Like I say, it wasn't quite what I wanted to do tonight. So this is actually what I was going to do tonight, was show you how to use this Countryside Corner stamp set with the dies. Now, honestly, I came up with a blank. I had some ideas. It didn't quite work. So I'm still going to work on them, and then we'll do some stuff later on. Hello, Dolores and Felicia. And Ardeen, hello. In any event, so I'm not going to do that tonight, but what I am going to do is we're going to play with this Countryside Corner dies. These are 7 dies that have great shapes. I think this is a staple, whether or not you buy it as a bundle or not. This is what it is with the bundle, but I promise you, I will be playing with this in the near future. I can tell you, I did go ahead and stamp them. And then I went and cut them out. And I'll show you how that kind of goes. So if I wanted to, I could put this with this like this. I'll show you where I could do this and then just play with it. But it didn't come together the way I wanted it to come together. So I am going to play with that more in the future. I thought these would have been some great colors to play together with the lemon lolly and the Coastal Cabana and the basic white. But you know what? That's for another time, that's for sure. All right, so getting back to these dies, I have cut some dies out, but I really like, there's another way that you can actually do this layering. Sometimes it gets a little tricky with cutting these out like this. So you're almost better to start covering up this so that you're covering up your, sometimes when the die cuts move, that's when we have problems. So, and that's what was happening to me today. And also I didn't allow myself enough time. I ran out of time today. So it's this one that we're going to be playing with. So now what are we going to do with this? So I thought I'd do a fun card using this designer series paper. Hello, Marie. I just think this is so cute. And I do need a kid's birthday card. So I'm going to do a birthday card and we're going to play with this paper as well. Now, for some reason, I didn't want to use lemon lime twist with this. I really, really wanted to use a Coastal Cabana. I wanted to use Berry Burst or something like that. So this is what I ended up with. So I've got a piece of cardstock. It's 5.5 by 8.5. This is Coastal Cabana. And I scored it 4 1/4. And let's go ahead and get a really good crease on there. Now, At first I thought, well, we'll just put this completely down here. So I cut this with the largest one, and I wanted a black and white card with a splash of color. Now I could have gone ahead and put this onto black, but black for a kid's card on a base of a card to me just wasn't quite right. Hello, Patricia. All right, so I went ahead and I've just got this. This is a piece that's 4 by 5.5. Like I say, this is just going to be a quick, easy card showing you that you do not have to use this Countryside Corners dies with just the Countryside Corner stamp set, or with the designer series paper. And it's nice to see it done in a different colors so that you can see how you can actually expand on it. So like I say, I went and I cut this and cut it like that. And then I thought, well, why don't we go on an angle? Let's kind of fool around with this a little bit more. So we'll see how this works. I'm not going to place anything down yet. So then I cut out one of these. Now, when I cut this one out, you can see I didn't do it quite, wasn't that straight with it. I wonder if I don't want to use that bigger one. Well, maybe we will. It's better. I cut that one better. I have some white and some black. This is kind of fun. Like I say, it's a kid's card. Let's just, I really wanted this size, but you know what? I'm going to put this size on there because I think it goes, it's better cut that way. So I've got that like that. So this will kind of give like kind of an abstract type card. We're going to go up. We'll bring this down. I think what we'll do is, oh, you know what? I put that down and I probably shouldn't have. In any event, let's use one of these stamp sets. I am using the little raccoon and with the balloons. So just stamp that with Memento because we are going to use our stamping blends with this. But I can't use Coastal Cabana because it doesn't have a blend and we don't have Bermuda Bay anymore. So I'm going to come in with my Coastal Cabana marker. And I'm just going to color one of these balloons. Now, this is a small area, so coloring with these markers isn't going to affect this as much. It won't be as streaky as what it usually goes. So now I'll use the rest. I'm going to use my my blends. So I'm going to use some Lemon Lolly. Or no, this is Daffodil Delight. This was Light Daffodil Delight. And I've got some Berry Burst. So I'm going to color that as well. And let's also, oh shoot, I also have the Azure Afternoon. And you know what? I had already cut this out because I always say cut it out first. So let me bring that and I'll start coloring that again. So this is the Azure Afternoon. And remember, balloons have a bit of a white spot in them, right? Because it's a bit of a highlight. A little bit harder with the markers. Like I say, I'll come back in with this Azure, this Berry Burst. I never have enough kids cards because I'm always asked for kids cards. And then, anyways, we have some here. What fun colors, right? And then that'll kind of go on there. Now, I love when I'm doing any kind of a gray, my favorite is the gray granite. So I'm going to come in. Geez, you know what? I've gone blank. It's the stomach of the raccoon. I think we'll color that just a bit. I'm going to come in with the darker. Don't want it too dark. We don't want to cover over those eyes. And let's and whoops. Now, really, is that a raccoon tail? I guess it is. Raccoon tail has a bit of dark and a bit of white in it too, right? Just some of that. Cute little guy. So we're going to end up putting that on there as well. All right. It's a pretty simple card. We're just using the countryside corners. We want to make sure that we've got that. So we're just going to kind of put that on there. So maybe what I'll do is have this where it's not quite so much there. All right, we're going to pop up a bunch of that stuff. I do have the center part of this. And the other day I actually used this quite often. I use this for just like a label, very easy label to cut out. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to actually emboss this with black. Something great to celebrate you. So I'll just put that on. Whoops. I hope that's straight. It's fairly straight on there. I'm going to come in with my Versamark, and I'm going to use black embossing powder. I think that'll look quite nice on here. Another thing that I really like is black paper with white embossing powder. I think that looks really sharp too. I'm hoping that that's straight. May have to. That's not bad. This what a great stamp set and dies and everything with this this Zoo Crew, the sweet. There we go. It is a little down on the bottom, but you know what? I'm going to leave it like that. I think we'll be okay. Whoops, I'm not even watching the comments. I'm sorry. Hello, Marjorie. And Carrie from Australia. Oh my goodness. I guess it's your morning tomorrow, isn't it? Here it is Thursday and it's Friday in Australia. One country I'd love to go see. Maybe one day. All right. So let's see how this is going to work on here. See how this, we're kind of changing it around a little bit. You know what? I'd like to go a little bit darker with some of this. So let me just. There we go. All right. So I could do this very linear wise, or I could just mix it up. And you know what? Like I say, it's for a child. So let's just mix it completely up. Love all this black and white. You know what else you could do with this black and white paper? You know what? I'm going to grab a piece and I'm going to show you what you could do with it. So if I wanted to, with this paper, I could turn around and, mind you, it would be a lot better with a blend, but I could turn around and color some of this paper. I think that would be quite fun to do. But I think because it's a blend, or not a blend, it's a Stampin' Right marker. But wouldn't that be fun to kind of have that on there? You know what? I'm going to do it just a little bit. One, two, three. I might as well just do something a little fun with it, right? So it just also shows that with Designer Series paper, you can turn around and color your paper. You can color it with markers. You can color it with stamps. You can color it with your blending brushes and also your stamping blends and markers. So there's another use for you for a marker. So it's just come in here and just color this. Started now, so I'm kind of committed. So I don't know why I don't think of some of these things earlier. And then one more down here. And the beauty of this is I could actually just color like this because you're not really seeing that marker at all on that black paper. But we want to make sure we've got it all. And the other thing is this is not going to bleed through because it is a marker. There we go. Looks like totally different paper now, doesn't it? So just like that. All right. So I've got this. So let's go ahead and put that on. We're just going to put that on with glue. Hello, Marge. So like I say, we're just making a funky little kid's birthday card with these dies like that. Now, do I want this guy on the white or on the black? I think he'll be better on the black. I'm going to put this up there. I'm going to put this down here. And let's go ahead and put that up there like that. Yeah, that'll be good. And you know what? I am going to do some popping up here. Not so much with the white. Let's go ahead and just put that down. But with the black and the image, we're going to start popping that up a bit. So we're going to put that up towards the top. And then this guy is going to come down towards the bottom. Now, there isn't any Costa Cabana ribbon. You could use the pool party ribbon that we have. But I'm going to see if I can do this without the ribbon today. But I do like my ribbon. This just shows you that a lot of things can be not intended. And that's why sometimes it's really good to experiment a little bit and do a few other things. I don't want that quite the same way that is. Maybe a little bit more that way. Let's see how that looks. Oh, that'll be good. All right. And then I'm going to come and use I could have used the black dimensionals because this is going on there. I'll use the black dimensionals on this little guy here. But see, you can see the blends, but you can't, it didn't bleed through with the markers. So sometimes if you have small areas, it's good to use your markers, but it just doesn't color as well. But something like this was just fine. All right. Excuse me. So we got our birthday balloons. Let's do this over here. Oh, excuse me. So we're going to put a strip of this along the bottom. Well, you know what? Yeah, we'll put that along the bottom. A real tickle in my throat. Let's see. Are there any questions? Oh, hello, Regina. from Australia as well. So nice of you to join me. So if you like this, and anytime, I really do appreciate you coming and following me. If you could share this video, I am desperately looking for some new subscribers to my YouTube channel. If you could refer me to somebody, I'd really appreciate that. Probably not the best one to sit there and ask you to do, but you know, it's going to be a cute card. Just like so. There we go. Now this is going to go up here. So what I want to do is I want to put a tiny bit of glue right there. See how we can make this all over the place, right? And then there really isn't any gems to go along with this, but these are the tinsel gems, the 3-pack. And this one happens to be Lost Lagoon, but it's going to work just fine on this particular one. So let's come in with these. A small one. And then we can use another one of these. Let's put that there. There we go. Now for the inside of the card, do we have anything on here? Oh, we got some party stuff. So let's go ahead and use those party confetti type cards. So something great to celebrate you. Happy birthday to you. I think what we'll do is I'll do that card on there as well. I'm going to do that in Costa Cabana, Western New York. Wow. That's late there for you. What is it? 7:30, 8:30, 9:30. 9:30 in New York. All right. This is just going to go. Ooh, I should see if this is straight. That would have been. Let's see if this is straight. It isn't. Let's try that again. There we go. Happy birthday to you. And now what we can do is just put some of that confetti on there. Just like that. Say an okay card. Little person, really, how much do they really watch and look at your card? I know my grandchildren really do. But I do like these all over the place. I think that'll be fun. But like I say, I do promise you that I will go in. This piece happens to be 4 by 5 1/4. I don't usually put that size on the inside, but that, it kind of turned out okay. It's kind of nice to see it done in a way that it's not the way that you would think that it would go. Like I say, the countryside corners, I will figure something out for this. I actually do have an idea for it, but I ran out of times to play with it, and it wasn't the design itself that was hard. It was a 3D project, so we'll see what happens with that. In any event, if you like that, give me the thumbs up. I really do appreciate that. Also, if you do live in Canada and you don't have a demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. Also, let's see. I will see you. I am on to doing my sketch on Saturday at 10 o'clock Pacific time. That's where I show you how to take a sketch and how you can actually create your own cards with that. I hope that you learn how to use sketches in your cards, because that's one way to make it very, very good. Oh, they examine the cards. Oh, Ardine, that's quite funny. That's really funny. It is. It's a great card for celebrating. It's fun, right? All right, you guys, have a great evening. And we will see you Saturday, 10 o'clock Pacific time. Bye for now.